What is this? You think I'm made out of mustard? What's up everybody, Republic Cinema here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Concept Art Bumblebee Movie 111 Sunstreaker. And I gotta say, what is this? I get this is concept art and everything, but this looks nothing like a movie figure. I mean, cool toy, whatever. It does a good job at being a figure, but could it have at least one similar resemblance to the movies? Because I'm not really seeing any of that here. As you know, this figure was not present in the Bumblebee movie, as supposedly he appeared only in concept art, but was scrapped from the movie. However, when taking a closer look into the final events of the battle on Cybertron in the Bumblebee movie, I noticed a few Autobots with a similar design to Ironhide or Ratchet, to which one of them had a yellow paint job. At first I thought that yellow version of the Ironhide CGI model could have been Sunstreaker, but I guess not after this guy. Anyways, before we take a look at the figure, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Starting off, we get the CGI rendition artwork of Sunstreaker, and somehow it looks worse than the toy. And the rest is all words, names, and logos. On the top is this nice Bumblebee movie logo. And on one side, you get this scan series looking-ish artwork of Sunstreaker, which is present to indicate that this is the concept series. Spinning to the other side is a more zoomed in look at Sunstreaker. Also, the bottom is all boring, as usual. Same thing for the bottom back, but on the top, you get a little bit more info on what you get inside the packaging. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Moving on to the figure. So starting off, painting and sculpting, it's alright. It's alright. Like I said before, it does not resemble anything movie style-ish, not even to the reboot style. Also, I think this figure needs a little less yellow. If there was a little bit more silver integrated onto the figure, I suppose it would have looked a little better in regards to the paint scheme. Also, the head sculpt looks a little goofy. Yeah, it's supposed to resemble Sunstreaker, however, it just doesn't fit for some reason, with the mixture of G1 and live action, of course. Also, this figure suffers the infamous plague of kibble. I mean, look at this. There's kibble on the side of the arm, kibble on the back of this guy's shoulder, kibble on the feet, and a little bit more kibble behind the kibble right here. So yeah, there's kibble on top of kibble. Nice. Surprisingly, quality isn't all that bad. There's a few tight joints integrated onto the legs, but nothing too stiff. However, the quality on the arms move a little bit smoother than the legs, as it's nothing too loose, of course. Although for some reason this tab over here is not doing its job as holding this chest piece in place. Pain. Also, I noticed the Autobot logo is right smack on the top of the chest, and Sunstreaker's feet look like they were based off of Bumblebee's feet. Moving on to accessories, you get these very G1 looking accessories, to which, yeah, it's cool that they're double barreled, but again, at the same time, it does feel a little bit odd that they don't look very movie-ish, as we are talking about the Bumblebee movie here. We are also talking about Bumblebee movie concept series, so I guess this was on purpose. Blaster tabs onto the hand nice and snug. Same thing for the other side. And yeah, there's Sunstreaker dual wielded. What makes things more weird is the way the figure holds the gun. At first, it looks like these outer parts are supposed to close in onto the hand, kinda like what we're seeing with Bumblebee right here. However, that is not the case. I also noticed there was a little bit of hollow gaps right here. So if the gun still has a little bit of hollowness, despite the goofy way of how this figure holds the gun, why not do something similar to how you did it with Bumblebee's arm cannon all the way back in 2021? Anyways, moving on to weapon storage on the back. What I find rather cool is how the weapons both close in together, and they just plug in onto these two tabs. Looks like we're taking the design from Bumblebee movie Megatron. Anyways, they just close in like so. And yeah, there's Sunstreaker with weapon storage on. It looks as if he's carrying mortar cannons on his back. Huh. I see we're taking inspiration from Baver's Sideswipe here. Is Sunstreaker a demolitions expert? I don't know. If you want, you could actually plug this tab onto that slot right there, which is supposed to be a hollow gap because reasons for a mushroom peg. I'm still unsure of how that works. But anyways, if you want, you could just plug it on right there. And then storing the quad pistols on the side of the thighs can also serve as weapon storage as well. Although it does make this figure look a little weird and wide. Also, is that a stress mark I see? You can't really see it due to the camera, but it appears as if there is somewhat a stress mark on this tab. Nice. Anyways, moving on to articulation. Starting off, you got a ball joint at the head, which allows the figure's head to move up and down and side to side. Another thing to notice is that for an extended upward movement for the head, there is also this panel which primarily holds the ball joint to which the head tabs onto, but then it can also get annoying if you're trying to showcase the ball joint at the head when reviewing the toy. I'd figure that's worth mentioning. Full rotation at the arm, goofy bend at the shoulder. It's another one of those stop hitting yourself type of shoulder bends. Prepare yourself, DNA. Bend at the elbow swivel. Unfortunately, no wrist swivel, but there is in fact a waist swivel. Legs can spread. Leg can move forward, can move backwards, thigh rotation, bend at the knee. The foot can also move forward and backwards, and can also pivot. So surprisingly, articulation is not that bad. Except for the shoulder joints. That's disappointing. Anyways, moving on to size comparison. Starting off with B127, Cliffjumper, Brawn, Wheeljack, Ratchet, Ironhide, RC, Optimus Prime. Moving on into a few Decepticons, here he is next to another concept character, that being Rumble, and Rumble will be getting a Frenzy repaint later this year. Core Class Shockwave, cannot wait to get my hands on that Voyager, which is out for pre-order on Amazon, but you could probably find him in the stores. If I had to guess, Target? Maybe Walmart? Soundwave, Starscream, which finally will be getting his Core Class version. Not sure when that's coming out. Should have been coming out soon, but there's no pre-order for him. And lastly, here he is next to the concept series Megatron. It's quite nice seeing these two together, as they both are concept figures, and the gang's all here. And surprisingly, SUNSTREAKER appears to be the third tallest Autobot of the team. Not gonna lie, it would be cool seeing other Bumblebee movie Autobots being thrown into studio series. Like the Autobots running around in the background of the first opening scene from the Bumblebee movie. Perhaps what Hasbro could do, if intended to make those Autobots, could make a Target exclusive 3-pack of repaints of this guy. One being brown, the other being blue, and the other being yellow. And if there's any other concept character out there, I think Hasbro should do a concept Bumblebee movie Jazz. That's if there is such a thing. I'm not sure. Anyways, with the size comparison out of the way, we can move on to the transformation, which is pretty straightforward, as all there is to the transformation is lineups and fold-ins for the panels. What I recommend to do first is to start off with the legs by simply folding in the foot, opening this panel out, and then rotating it. Close it in a little bit like that, and then just push it in all together. And then lastly, rotate it. Same thing for the other side, and then you could just plug in the two legs together. After that, open this entire panel out, extend that entire section, and then move out these side windows like so. And then what you're going to do is tilt this somewhat, and then make sure that closes in like so. Push the head down, untab the back panel, and then shift it all the way out here to the point where it tabs in onto the other section panels. Section panels does not sound right. Anyways, what you will do next is simply unfold this entire section outwards and then close it in like so. Shift the shoulder pad inwards. One thing I almost forgot to mention is that make sure the arms close in like so. Anyways, once you have the other side fold in, shifting the shoulder pad inwards will result in both of the shoulder pads closing in together, forming the back of the car. Anyways, here you have SUNSTREAKER in his car mode. Now, I gotta say, this car mode looks really nice. It's smooth and sleek. Just about anything as a sports car would be in real life. However, this is Cybertronian style we're talking about. As you can see with the wheels over here, it does look a little bit peculiar to what wheels in a car would actually look like in real life. So yeah, nice touch. However, despite the alt mode resembling what a cyber sports car would look like in another planet, it still does not give off that reboot-verse vibe or style. I understand this is based off of concept art, but whatever art that was, that had to be based off of early concept art. For weapon storage, you come back to plugging the two guns together, and then you will make sure both of the tabs plug into the slots right there. And there you go, there's SUNSTREAKER's car mode with a little bit of turrets on the top. You can also plug them on the side too. And you can have them stored on the back as rear defense or as thrusters. It's your pick. And just for a quick and brief comparison, here he is next to Bumblebee, or B-127, in his alternate mode, one appearing as if it was intended to depict what a cyber vehicle would look like on another planet. Leave a comment down below which one you like more. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I had to say for this guy. Overall, like a 6 out of 10? He's alright, but other than adding to your Autobot team from the Bumblebee movie, I don't see other reason to pick this figure up. He is currently available on Amazon right now, and is also starting to show up at Targets. It will be only a matter of time before Targets and GameStops receive theirs as well, but so far, this is the only figure from Wave 2 of 2024 that I have currently. The other stuff is coming out a little later. Now, I do plan on giving Gamer Edition a second chance and get the Gamer Edition Sideswipe, but I plan on picking up that figure a little later. And for whatever reason, Shockwave and Swoop are coming out a little later. Swoop coming out in September. That's crazy. And for some reason, Core Class Bumblebee movie Starscream was not revealed along with the other figures, but we all hope to see an official reveal of that figure, as well as at least a pre-order available on Amazon. Anyways, if you like what you saw in this video, be sure to slam that like button, share this with your friends as well, turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss another video, and most importantly, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See ya!